Fire hooping is beautiful, transformative, and above all fun, but the fun can be short-lived if you're not doing it safely. Drex here from DrexFactor.com, coming at you with an entire month devoted to fire safety on my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about fire safety for hoops. Before we dive in, of course, I just want to give a shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, LMF Props, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these amazing companies and the work they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by following the links down in the description of this video. I've already done a couple videos on the basics of fire safety that I'll link to up in the cards, but let's go ahead and talk through some of the most essential information here. First up, let's talk about all the equipment you're going to need in order to spin that hoop safely. You're going to need a fuel depot with a dipping can and a fire safety spotter. There are a lot of different fuels available out there, but the most commonly used option in the United States is white gas or camp fuel. You can find it at most camping stores as well as many hardware stores. Outside of the States, it's more common to find people using paraffin or lamp oil. Either way, keep that fuel in the container that you bought it in until it's needed and store it far away from any open flames. If possible, keep it in a metal storage container and place a no smoking sign on it. To dip your hoop's wicks, you're going to need a fuel depot with a dip can. The dip can should be a metal container with a lid that can be easily closed. Good options for this include empty gallon or quart paint cans. Your dip can should also sit within a secondary container that is shallow enough to give you easy access to the dip can while also being large enough to capture any fuel that might drip off of your prop as you remove it from the dip can. Good options here include small plastic basins or galvanized steel buckets. Once dipped, you need to spin your prop off to remove any excess fuel. There are two excellent options for doing this. The first is manually squeezing out the wicks with your hands. If you go down this route, make sure to use a pair of neoprene gloves to protect your hands. Otherwise, the fuel will likely irritate your skin and you may wind up with an unpleasant reaction or worse. The second is to place Ziploc bags with sliders on each of the prop's wicks and to spin the prop as normal. Make sure to tighten up that slider as much as possible to keep the bag from flying off while you spin. After a few seconds, remove the plastic bags and drain any fuel that they've captured back into your dip can. And now you're almost ready to spin, so let's talk for a minute about your safety spotter. A safety spotter is a person whose job it is to keep watch over you while you're spinning, to make sure that if there are any mishaps, that there's a person there to assist you and help you avoid injuries. They should have two pieces of equipment with them, a safety blanket and a fire extinguisher. And that gives me a chance to talk about the sponsor of this month's videos, Mayday Atlanta. If I say the word fire blanket and you instantly have question marks as to what you need for spinning fire, then Mayday Atlanta is right for you. Their blankets are high quality, machine washable, and you can even get your name embroidered on them so nobody takes your blanket by mistake. To pick one up for yourself, head on over to MaydayATL.com and use the promo code DrexFactor to get a discount on your order. Now, back to talking about safety spotters. Your safety spotter should have their eyes on you for the entire length of your burn, as well as an unobstructed path to you if anything should go wrong. I've done a couple videos now on the responsibility that a safety spotter has that I'll link up to in the cards, but here's the Cliff Notes for now. There are two main tasks that they're likely to be needed for: putting out contact fires as well as putting out props. If by chance you light any part of your body on fire, they should alert you to this by calling out the body part and giving you 3 seconds to put it out. If for any reason you can't put out the fire yourself in those 3 seconds, the safety spotter should approach the performer to put them out. The performer's job is to get their props away from the body part that has been lit on fire. The safety spotter should then hold their safety blanket against the part of your body that has been lit on fire and sweep down from the top of the flame to just below the bottom of it. Of course, the other task a safety spotter is likely to have to engage in is putting out your prop. So let's go through how that's done for a fire hoop. First up, a performer should signal to a safety spotter that they want to be put out by walking towards the spotter and presenting their hoop to be extinguished. The safety spotter should spread out their safety blanket flat on the ground in front of them. The performer should place one wick from their hoop in the center of the blanket. The safety spotter should fold the blanket over the wick and then fold any loose corners over the wick as well. Do not try to pat the blanket to put out the prop. This will only fan the flames and keep them going. After 5 seconds, unfold the blanket to see what the status of the wick is. If it is extinguished, move the hoop around to the next wick to extinguish it. If they are not, repeat this process again. Keep moving between each wick until every one of them has been put out. Alternatively, the performer can also keep their hoop up around their waist if they want to prevent their wicks from making contact with the ground for any reason. In this case, the safety spotter should hold the blanket in both hands and cup the blanket around each wick one by one to put them out. Again, hold the blanket around the wick for 5 seconds and then check to see if it has been extinguished. Repeat as needed to put out all the wicks. So there you go. That's basic safety information for spinning fire hoop, as well as how to put one out. You should also take the Fire Safety Certification course from Flow Arts Institute. This course covers all these topics in vastly more depth, as well as many more, such as the science behind fire and recommendations for what fabrics you should and should not wear while spinning. I'll leave a link to that down in the description. Thanks to Amon Bowman and James Small for contributing to the footage of this video, and thank you for watching, and please, be safe out there. Also, please make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell, because otherwise you might not know when I upload a new video. YouTube is changing its suggestion algorithm constantly, and clicking that notification bell is the only way to guarantee that you're going to see my new videos when they're uploaded. And of course, a big thank you to all of my wonderful supporters on Patreon. They make this video and all the videos on my channel possible. If you'd like to support the work that I do, please head on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi and sign up. You get a vote in which video topics I tackle, as well as great exclusive content, plus tons of other rewards. Thanks so much in advance.